Hello, we are here to do the mid-month for Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. And overall, I've pulled the card energy. I'm also going to give you guys my psychic interpretations of what I see coming through. So if you haven't checked in, check in and we will connect in with the energy. Now, I have pulled cards separate, so we will get to that. And I have pulled crowning energies and overall for mid-month moving forward. Now, we do have quite a few planets retrograde, and we still are in this deeply assessment energy. With the Scorpio energy, although we're moving into the moon in Gemini very shortly, which is going to be on the 22nd, I still feel it will continue with the Scorpionic feeling much through the month. And that's because Pluto's retrograde, it links into the energy of Pluto. And I will mention aspects when I pull your crowning cards per zodiac sign that we're covering for Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. I'll first do the overall energy for all of you, and then I'll tap into the individual energy per zodiac. Hi, Houston. Very warm welcome. Hi, Cosmic Love Tarot. Welcome in the house. Have I been nudging you on, have I? Hi, Mark. How are you? Mark and I will shortly be doing a dual session as well. I'm trying to get there. Okay. Now, the one energy that's coming through mostly, 6, 7, 8, and you feel like it's been going on forever, it's infinity. And it's funny because I do have an infinity bracelet that my partner gave me. And ironically, there is the 8 in his birthday. Most of you guys of the water signs, air signs, are very much focused on your path. Are you on mission? Are you on path? Are you on point? And it's going to be in various areas of your life. It will be to do with, okay, where are we going from here? And it really does make sense. You know, just looking at Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, each one of you in the element that directly does affect the collective as well. Hi, Bonnie. It affects us all, but at the same time, each of you has something major happening. Libra, you are in Juno currently and in retrograde, and you have been there since October last year. So your energy and frequency of that of what was up in the air is going to be coming back down to reality, and you're culminating all these energies, and at the end of the month, Juno will be going direct on the 26th. You're also a Venus sign. So, you know, with your energy, you're going to be having the frequency. I have to think about that then. Yeah, you're going to have the frequency of Venus elements too. I don't know why I placed Aquarius in this mix. We'll leave it as is. Should be Taurus. Am I correct, Mark? Help me out here. I'm telling you, Crown Chakra and Libra at the moment. And the funny thing was, I pulled the cards and Crown Chakra for Libra was in reverse. And I don't feel it's from the perspective of it's not there. I feel, if anything, you're trying to be very rational, level-headed, really looking at being realistic about where you're going and what you're doing. I don't feel it's a negative thing. I'm backtracking. Some of you may be dealing with a Taurus, because Taurus just popped up in my head. Now, overall, much of the cards are really a lot of reflection back. You're also getting the frequency of looking at things from different perspectives and understanding the reasons why certain things happened. Look, a lot of the work that you have been doing, some of you may be feeling as though you're not completely whole, maybe you don't have the whole picture. Very Scorpionic, very much, you know, tapping into that intuition, tapping into the energy of, it could be paranoia, again with the Crown Chakra and the Scorpio energy, it has been bringing a lot of that up for the collective. Now, you do have, all of these cards are reflected back apart from one. Let me double check. Your first row is all reflection back. Your second row is upright and then in reverse. And it's almost showing me this ebbing flow of air energy, of, you know, gaining information from the past, applying it to the movement of the energy moving forward. Now, for Libra, like I mentioned, you're currently in the energy of Juno, which is tapping into your feminine energy. It's the daughter of Saturn. Gemini, currently, you guys are in retrograde with Venus retrograde. And Aquarius, you guys are re-entering your own energy within Saturn in retrograde. So each of you have a unique dynamic sort of playing out, and you each can share something, and it will overall culminate almost like this very balanced air energy. Regressing back over contracts, both within Gemini and within the energy of Libra. Looking at the fairness and the balance and the understanding why you did things, why you didn't, what you relate to contracts, what you relate to connections and partnerships, and all of your karmic lessons energetically that you've learned. Always the saying goes, if I only knew now what I knew, no, if you only knew now, you get my gist. You wouldn't want to go back unless you could take that information with you. You just wouldn't, okay? Because there have been some huge karmic lessons. With Gemini, I do feel you guys are really growing. You're teaching the energy of air a different way to deal with the aspects of turbulence, the aspects of misunderstandings. And with the Mercury energy, you guys are really wanting to get a giddy up. It's almost like you're very Saturnian at the moment, you know, wanting to move forward. Some of your energy in your cards is in reverse, but again, it's because we are in the reverse at the moment. So the Libran energies more will feel this flow moving forward in some facets of their life by the end of the month. But at the same time, with the frequency of Gemini in retrograde, you still will have that undercurrent of that frequency. Now, with Saturn and Aquarius, it's more leveling up, looking at things. Again, very much from a management perspective, seeing other people's perspectives, understanding where they're coming from. Aquarian is wider group energy. It can be also where the air signs in particular may be tapping into themselves and saying, do I fit that crowd? Do I want to fit that crowd? Am I traditional? Am I polar opposite and very unique and out there? So it's all of these kind of oxymorons that you're compiling together and pulling together. Hi, Nikki. That's causing this real unusual experience for the air signs. Now, whatever has happened in the past, the reflection back is you want it to come full circle. You've got wholeness and it's reflecting back. It's very much heart-centered. It's very much communication, but it's reflecting back. With this, what I'm getting, some of you can be seeing signs of, again, dragonflies. It can almost be, I'm also seeing maybe even memories of a person's eyes. Your eyes also may be changing color, where they're changing in them. And this does happen through awakenings. Your eye color can actually change. But there could be a person's eyes that, you know, almost like the ocean or something to that degree. It's like you could really get lost in them. Your blurred vision may be coming through as well. And it's sort of like an out-of-body experience because you are kind of, you know, going backwards and reflecting. And directly when you are tuning in any which way, you are directly telepathically tuning in. Now, whatever you were wanting to come full circle, the reflection, it's coming up into your ethers now. It's coming up into your mind. You're meditating upon it. And you're wanting something to come full circle in some shape or form. But you're also wanting that energy to be at peace, to be in wholeness, and to come as a full package. You're not wanting any dishwater energy. Now, you do have, okay, there can be also something to do with having compassion, something to do with maybe a very toxic cycle. Now, the toxic cycle could have been addictions. It might have been yours, another's, unhealthy ways of being. Your eating may be changing at the moment, where a lot of you, of the air signs, are really wanting to get your chi energy moving and sort of get to a more organic based diet. And I'm not saying you're not, but it just feels there's something in the diet that is making you guys at the moment feel very tired. And it may be because we have retrogrades actually in your elements at the moment in each one of you. So with that, you do have tiger eye. And again, regressing back, there is going to be something that you did before. And again, with Venus retrograde, you find these things come up. What you were doing before, there's a key to that. So look back on that. It can be something in a way of doing something in a very healthy way. It might be you went, You might have been exercising, you might have been eating healthy, and then that's gone by the wayside. It's coming back for a revisit, whatever it is. But in a sense, even reflecting back on connections and relationships, which is very heightened at the moment within the air element, you guys are protecting yourself. The tiger eye energy actually can heal any codependent frequencies as well as dark energy. And it is quite a good energy to balance. So if you are wanting to use that, research tiger eye a little bit further and have a look at that. Now, you also have malachite for strength. Whatever you guys endured, it was very heavy. But you're looking at it so matter-of-factly. Like, it's almost like after the storm, being a little bit shell-shocked, really quite reflective of it. Your ebbs and flows, what's coming in towards you can be very in and out, so to speak, with the energy of how it takes you up and down. But you're leveling back out. Again, I'm feeling fatigue energy. A lot of fatigue energy coming through. I think some of you are really wanting some of your plans to actually come to fruition. There is this, there you go, creativity. Some of you, this is your career sector. And many of you, this is going to be the case, but the nodes having shifted and the movement forward, each one of you in a very unique way for Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. You guys do have a very unique kind of 6 month to 2.5 year cycle, so to speak. So it is very positive, but the level up energy of what you're needing to do, there can be a lot that you're needing to look at, but at the same time, your brain feels a bit mush, and it's because of the overload energy. Try and just allow things to come together naturally. If there's something you can do, even if it's to the degree that I mentioned last year when I was going through my ascension symptoms, and I'm still doing that now, write down things you need to do. You may not be able to get 20 tasks done in a day, and you probably got more than that. And tick one off, and you're going to have that sense of achievement that you're actually doing something. Retrogrades, old situations can come up. So it could be paperwork, and I am seeing for some reason very karmic frequency energy coming up. It's arduous. It's the icky details. It's the fine print. It's the sediment at the bottom of the barrel, and it is because we're moving into closing out this karmic cycle with the eclipses in Cancer and Capricorn in the next 2 months. So the Jupiter energy moving forward is going to transfer you guys, but it's almost like a quality system of our life. So don't feel that the process of what you're spiritually going through isn't making you move forward. It is. It's just more in an ethereal kind of humanistic experience. It doesn't feel like anything's happening, and it can be very earthly bound, frustrating. Your creativity while you meditate, 5, 6, 7, it's whatever you had invested in, even if you're currently not doing it now, what you're going to be moving into, all of that, like an asset, is being taken with you. And you do need to tap into this very Gemini energy, because Mercury, in a sense, the nodes will be there for 2.5 years. It's very Gemini, it's very Mercury, a lot of communication, a lot of technology. All of these areas is where there will be growth. So doing things outside the box, not necessarily that you need to leave your career sector that you're in, but really taking what you learned, be it you're doing something right now or you're changing, but applying it in an innovative way, changing it up. Pluto retrograde, Saturn retrograde. Saturn in Aquarius is very unique, so you're going to be able to pick up on wider group trends. You guys being air signs will actually link into this very quickly and understand what that's going to mean. So spend a little bit of time reflecting back on what you used to do or what you're currently doing, and maybe some flaws in the system as to what it is, whether you directly relate to it or you don't anymore, and compile that information and take it forward with you, and it's going to benefit you. But I do feel for you guys of all Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, you will be benefiting in your career sector in the next 2.5 years moving forward. A little bit of snags at the moment this month due to the fact we're reflecting, but you will find by the end of the month you guys are really going to be completely sure about what way you're going to go. The foundation is deeply important. If you're having lower back issues, again, because you're tapping into some flaws in the systems, you're tapping into some flaws in your belief systems. And again, even with your, here's another message. I'm going to bounce back in a minute. I'm going to go over love because there's a secondary message for love for all of you guys. When it comes to work, your foundation is important. So be it starting from the bottom, you're going to be working to the top. It doesn't mean to say it's not going to happen quickly. And definitely with the aspects in astrology, we do have benefits here. Now, it's going to be a little bit tiptoey. More so next month, you'll find, but we'll get into that as we move forward. But in the here and now, this is creating that direct foundation. Even if you can't see mass movement, you will psychically sense it. You guys are air signs, so you will intuitively sense something in the air. You need to follow your hunches. Now, strength does come down to, I told you, with your ascension symptoms and your fatigue and your lethargy and your mind. I'll explain what I mean by tiptoe. Next month, like I said, it's very karmic. At the moment, what we need to do is right here in our circle. So it's all of these steps we're taking are for this forward movement. Very similar to what the Leo King said. There are squaring aspects and there are certain aspects this month that can cause issues karmically. Now, when we say that, similar to what we were mentioning last year, if we have been paying attention to signs, synchronicities, moving towards the thing that we feel is our higher good, we're in alignment. Hi, Dale. Now, anything that's outside of that, where you've been doing something and you know it's not in your best interest and it's going to come to an end, but you're still trying to keep it afloat, that's really the frequency of wasted time. It's a very karmic energy. You will find for males and females how we relate to this energy will always be different. It will always be unique. Male energies at the moment are deeply meditating upon using, they're more in their intuition aspect. Feminines, you guys are back into your masculine attributes. So you're more in, what can we do? Let's go. We need to do this. But the fatigue energy is moving you back into balancing your feminine attributes. There needs to be a balance of both. And I have been saying 1-1-1 quite a bit. And with that, it does mean both males and females at the moment are doing a very unique process of swapping energies. But there's an imbalance on either side at the moment. So in some shape or form, we are needing to, done time, spiritual time. Everyone asked me about it. I got it with my twin. So I was like, every time someone asked me, I said, we've all done spiritual time, really, which is true. I'm going to develop some for the website, obviously not this one, but I will for, YouTube. So with this intelligence and the crown chakra, there's differences in strength. Strength does not mean push, and you won't need to push. Anything that's owed to you or that's meant for you is always going to be there. This is emotional intelligence. Also, you will get the downloads and everything you've experienced you can take with you. There's strength in that. It doesn't need to be push, push, push. So your strength, when you have Malachite and you're reflecting back, you should never need to fight for anything. It will fight for you, because if it sees your worth, it's always going to come back to you. And that's why sitting in the energy, similar to eating humble pie, and just doing directly what is in your circle of concern and control, you get more. With this emotional intelligence, I do feel you could be really training a lot of people this year. This can be education, it's direct communication with the Gemini energy. Saturn, it's really leveling up. I love pie too. Not chocolate pie, Olsen, don't be going there. Now, chocolate croissant may be okay, but not chocolate pie. Chocolate cheesecake, then we're talking. Olsen has a bit of an addiction to chocolate. Hi, Giggle. Now, in a sense of your career, trust me, I'm feeling you guys have this great idea coming. Whatever it is, it's going to be grand. Please trust yourselves in the career sector. Whatever you're conjuring up in a cauldron, it's magic. So just trust the process. Part of this is you guys moving back on your spiritual path. It's part of the grand plan. It's all happening to all of us. But for you air signs at the moment, like I said, Juno going direct, you're going to be more clear in a facet of life. Geminis, again, still for a little bit more through to June, you will be in deep assessment and quality systems. Quality systems over control. With Aquarius, I feel you guys are being very telling yourselves to level up. It's like, no, but it feels very strict energy. But you could be feeling a bit of both of those energies there. Now, with love interest, there was a storyline coming through here for you guys. Okay, some of you have been waiting for this person to come full 360. You also feel it's within their ability to co-create their life and do what they need to do. Your imagination could be going, you know, over and over and over some analytical detail. But there is some soul healing that is going on here between both these individuals. I'm seeing something to do with DNA, and I don't know why that's coming through. There is something to do with DNA, something to do with, sort of feels like a test. It's like a test on a, I don't know, how do I explain this? I'm going to pull a clarify and see if what I'm getting is what it's saying. What is this about? Another one. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling like, DNA. Yeah, okay, there's something to do with DNA. Either you or another energy is going to hear about. And it's creativity, children. Now, this could also be a pregnancy test. This could have been previous, current. It is in the past position, but there's something coming back now. And it does look like, you know, when you get those, when you're in the kits in, what do they call it? Not a specimen jar. It's under the microscope, and it's like it's pathology. You get one of, that's paternity test, yes. Kind of a gunky look. And communication in relation to this coming up. And again, wholeness. It's like you're wanting the whole story, wanting to know what the diddly-o is going on here. Whether it is, whether it isn't, this could be you, this could be, even it could be conversations of this, that people had in the past. Mothership. Austin, I'm trying to be professional here. I've done time, okay? Okay, this is an old situation though. Whatever it is old. This person is getting a bit tired of old. They're doing healing. They're feeling healed. You're also disconnecting from feeling like you need to fix everything, but you're getting back down to the foundation. And I'm feeling with the messages coming through, there is going to be movement here. I do feel there is an external energy, however. Although the action energy is red and it's connected to a foundation and its movement, I also feel very Mars energy. I'm also sensing as though there could be a pause, and this delayed balance has become very irritating for both individuals. There is an external influence that directly has been impacting it. although that journey has ended, this could be a direct psychology energy, where it's been more to do with healing. But again, I do feel it could be to do with tribe, kin, family. Again, with the foundation. Now, you're being very rational. You might psychically, intuitively know. You may be sort of on fight and flight energy. Fight and flight. You know, you're wanting to have this happiness, but you're also being done like rational. Okay, what steps need to be taken? What do we need to do? Having emotional intelligence. Again, I do feel there's a process, and there is, for some reason, in the next few weeks, going to have more paperwork or documents or community. It just feels more. And this is something that hasn't completely ended. It hasn't gone. And it's a headache. But it does feel like it's coming up. Now, moving forward, you guys are going to be very wise. You're going to be very logical. Your guides are with you and your ascended masters. But you're feeling that it's almost like this is very past life energy. And I'm feeling it is really, you know, an old scenario playing out, which does make sense because we're moving into the eclipse in Cancer next month. But you're being very wise. I do feel you're going to share this energy with another person to actually help them see the truth of the matter through the falseness. It's almost like you're trying, whatever this is, you're needing them to see this. This is an external person influencing a scenario with romantic interest. They didn't want this connection to come together. I feel this person is really in their crown chakra, and they're very wise now. They're like, okay, this one here, you know, is getting a bit frustrated. Little Miss Tuffet sat on her tuffet eating her curds and what? It's like she's a bit peeved. Nothing be working. Because this person has actually seen the truth. They're seeing through the veil. Golden wisdom of what this person was trying to do, to manipulate a connection that was destined, that was in the hangman position. So funny, I read this card and I did not read it the way it came through. I mean, I could write it in the tab. I don't think I could say it out loud. I want somebody in the house when I lift this card up to tell me what you think it's saying. Let's see. First thing you see. Anyone see it? Anyone in the house? It says inner riches. But the R looked like a B. I think we've all got a bit of that in us, yeah? Inner bitch. Ooh. This energy down here has turned to another person. Now, okay, what I'm saying is the overall story above is your intent and your path forward is very positive. Then the love interest energy has come through. With your love interest, I feel they're very cloudy. They're really, really cloudy. They're in awareness of this. They're trying to come to terms with it. They've got inner faith. They just don't for that connection, that path, that cycle. At the heart of it, they're healing this aspect. It's a bit of guilt connected to that. Trying to make something right with another person. But they know they've got the inner wisdom to know better about this. And look at this. It's almost like an X in the middle of the card. Letting that go. Right. Now, moving forward. Alignment. They're feeling a bit in the hangman position. They're feeling a bit off. And it's moving into this cycle at the end of the month. They're going to have more clarity. And if they haven't moved upon it, June's really going to push that. And this is for all of us in alignment. You know, if we're going down a particular path, and I have pulled the cards for each sign here, with alignment energy, I did mention at the beginning of the video, each one of you guys, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, have an aspect occurring in your sign. Take that in mind. Things will lighten up. You won't feel an alignment. The yin and yang at the moment is out of balance. If you feel you're too much in your hunter-gatherer mode, be it your male or female, you need to take time to sit and meditate. And you always know when that happens because you'll be waking up at bloody 3 in the morning. You won't be able to sleep. You'll be so tired and you'll be like staring at the roof. Okay? There's reasons this happens. Take the time to listen. What do you want? How do you feel? Now, if somebody made you feel off, how do you feel about that? And taking that time to actually listen to that wound is really important. Now, for Libras, so you guys have golden crowns. Oh, wow, wow, wow. This jumps down to a 5. Something in your ethers you will intuitively know that something major is about to go down or go up. I'm hearing Kesha. This place is about to blow. It's something is going to happen. Now, in your career sector, I'm feeling there can be more creativity coming through. You may be fatigued at the moment and feeling like things aren't moving. But again, it is a 5 energy. There are major, major changes, Libra, for you guys coming up. Anything you have a hunch on, pay attention to. Anything you sense, if you don't want it to come to fruition, tune out of it. But I do feel in awareness, you guys are aware that there is about to have a 360 shift. Gemini, you have free spirit in reverse. Now, for you guys, it is because we have Venus retrograde. It's a hangman position at a temporary level. It doesn't mean to say there's no movement moving forward. The funny thing is, this temporary delay is to the point where it's meditation, it's independence, it's anything at a spiritual level. If you're feeling hindered and somebody's really suppressing you, it won't work with you guys over the next 2.5 years. You have a major, shake up in your life happening that is going to be so transformative. Let me check. When Chiron goes retrograde next month, your financial area, which is Aries, is going to be under deep assessment. Now, do understand, for the rest of the year, we do have Black Moon Lilith in Pisces. So at a psychology level, if everyone's feeling tired and we're tapping into our shadow, it is because we have Neptune in Pisces, and we also have Black Moon Lilith in Pisces, which taps into our dreams. So sometimes we can talk ourselves out of our dreams. Is it fear-based frequency? Do it anyway. Give it a shot. With your love, there's movement there too. So anything of a sense of a tying up of loose ends, if you're on the fence, make a decision and get to a place where you know what your passion is and what your passion isn't, and cut that energy off. Aquarius. Okay, your health, I do feel, is changing. Let me have a look. And it's because this card breaks down to a 6, and the 6th house connects to pets, connects to health. Why am I seeing this for you guys? Where is it? 6th house? Cancer. Oh, crap. Okay. So, with the eclipse next month, pay attention to your health sector. Pay attention to keeping grounded. If you have not been paying attention to that, you can actually sit and meditate and sit with, if you've got a friend or a dog or a cat, sit and connect in with Mother Nature. It's going to help you feel grounded. Now, you have gratitude. You will feel grateful after. Some of you, it might be a little bit lighter because Saturn is in your zodiac sign, so you could be feeling more uniquely yourself. If you felt you're not one of the crowd, it's part of your zodiac sign. It does transform. And because Saturn has been in other energies, for you guys individually, it might have been feeling very karmic, okay? Your ability over the next 2.5 years will really benefit the collective because you will understand what everyone's going through. You will understand trends. You will understand wider group energies. Also, at a very creative level, you do have really great aspects with Sagittarius in your 11th house. So for you guys uniquely, it's sort of like your zodiac has a nodal return, plus it's having a Saturn return. Sort of, kind of, right? Use that energy and your career sector, your finances will really balance out. Now, having Gemini in your 5th house will be a benefit too because your luck is in the communication sector. So you guys will have the gift of the gab. You'll be grateful for this. Information is going to happen. Anything you're dealing with, any hard decision you made, you're going to be grateful you made it. So trust in the process. Any questions while I'm in the house? Any questions? Yeah, I know, lucky I. Libra, I do feel intuitively, let me see for Libra. You probably feel more rational. I think you guys might be even assessing yourselves at the moment. Major ideas and themes can come between June and July with the eclipse because your 11th house is Leo and it's very sun energy. Pay attention to the energy and work with, if you're wanting to manifest anything and bring anything in, follow the ebbs and flows of the sun, and that's really going to assist you with launching of things. Never really launch anything of an eclipse. It's not the best time. Definitely, prior to, but we'll start feeling that energy, I would say. Let me check the date. In about another week, we'll start feeling the energy of Cancer coming through. And that's more from the perspective of, the first eclipse is going to be in Sagittarius. The next will be in Cancer, and that's on the 21st. So in about 2 weeks, we'll start feeling those energies. But for the first one that's going to bounce off, you will start feeling it in about a week. You just like eclipse energy. Yeah, should we go do a rain dance? I think we should. It's a full moon. It's at 15 degrees. Look, letting go of what doesn't grow no more can be out with the old and with the new. So we're just going to pay that, okay? We're just going to look at it from that perspective. A chocolate. Really? Yeah, I don't know. I've kind of gone off chocolate, especially since they don't make quality chocolate sauce for ice cream. I'm just not happy. I'm going to make mine. Not happy about that. Nope. You name one good supermarket. Well, I'm on the other side of the world, so that's going to be quite hard. What should we focus on changing during the Sag eclipse? Okay, so it depends individually, really. Let me look at Libra. Okay, well, yours falls in your communication house, which technically Gemini and the nodes are in the communication sector. So your growth will come from your communication sector. So if you work in media, you may wish to fine-tune the way you speak. It could be education. Again, with Saturn and Aquarius, it will be very education-orientated. It's wider group energy. Gemini also connects in with children. So this can be a time with the nodes being in Gemini that we actually do have more children. So if you're not wanting kids, we saw the little in the reading. Be mindful of that. But you will find Libra energy because you have the 11th house in Leo. Your fine detail and analytics with it will grow. You'll still have Pluto in Capricorn for a little bit more for you, and that's for everyone. So, you know, the Capricorn aspect has been very heavy, but researching the astrology for 2021, it kind of does make nice aspects because Jupiter's going to be shifting into Aquarius. So that kind of takes a bit of an edge off, and it is very beneficial, and it is for the wider group energy. So more collective energy, so to speak. Relationships will flow much better. We will have a better understanding of ourselves, and we will be more inclined to work together. So it won't be as hard as what since 2017 has been. Are we happy to hear that? We're not out of the woods yet, but I'm happy to hear that. Let's roll. What should Libra focus on for the rest of May? Circle of concern, number one. As long as you're working on what you want within your power, I would definitely deal with your ascension symptoms at the moment and getting ready to move into June. Don't panic if you're not hearing from love interests. It's not bad. Also, don't get paranoid that you're going to lose something. You can never lose something that's truly yours. Not under any astrology. If it's yours, it's meant to be. If it's not, it's not. But trust it and don't fight for anything that's not fighting for you. Ascension-wise, definitely. And hunches when it does come to your employment. Now, internet-based businesses for Libra could work well. Technology, communication energies, traveling, linking with business could be something that could be very major for Libras coming up. Your health links into Pisces. So it's important for you guys to tap into your dream energy. It's also important for you to have healthy boundaries with your dreams, that they don't override your life. And your emotions, you will empathically be affected, so you do directly need to be very cautious and learn about ascension symptoms, learn about your psychic gifts, because with Pisces in the 6th house, you will have a deep understanding about psychology, but you can embody that energy when you're channeling. So you need to flush. Detox, I would say as well, definitely, because I'm feeling base chakra for Libras. I'm feeling crown and foggy energy. So I am feeling diet, especially for all the air signs, so I need to do that. And I'm going to get a crack in my neck again, just thinking about that. Headaches as well, wow. Who else? Health. Family can bring dynamics up for Aquarius. So again, if there's conflict within families, you will find that it will directly affect your health, and you need to find healthier ways to balance that. But you could have a very strong kind of belief system to do with that, Aquarius. Aquarius and Sun retrograde. See what's coming up for you. Now, for you guys in general, if you've been feeling that you have not been in alignment, those things will be coming up loud and clear. Really loud and clear. Saturn is very much boss energy. You will know these frequencies of what you need to change. I do feel many of you are really wanting to know where you're going, what career to be in, and what to do. But once you've made that decision, I do feel, it's so funny, I've always said Aquarians could be great lawyers, because you'd fight any battle for the deeper good. Very warm welcome. So you guys, Aquarius, with that energy, you guys really do understand what the wider group needs. You're trendsetters. You could be movie stars. You could be, especially with the 11th house with Sagittarius. But overall, with your health, you just got to be careful with your family. You also can go into marketing, advertising. You could go into law and things to that degree, because you don't understand. But in the early stages of your development as a human, right, what you will find is you might feel odd. You'll feel awkward, like nobody understands you. But the funny thing is, all that theory we have of being a black sheep, especially in the Twin Flame Collective, the unique thing of what's happening with other groups is that we all are black sheeps, especially, and this Aquarian energy will really help really help us understand that each of us in our unique way are individual. We're all odd. We're all unique. But yeah, for Aquarians, initially it can feel very uncomfortable. They kind of feel like the odd one out. But you guys, everyone thinks you're awesome. You know, we all want to hang out with you. We think you're the bee of the party. Right, Gemini's the same. You're the life of the party, the greatest communicators. You sense that frequency. You want to know what's coming up? You want me to think of anything before I'm shuffling, Shelley? Have you had a bubble bath, lady? Because I can hear water. Have you had a bath? See, I do know, Shelley, so, you know. Have you had a bath at your new location? Yeah, salt bath. Hello, obviously. Hey, us Libras, are getting in the bath? Okay, when it's fixed, I'm feeling... The other day, I had a download, and it was about Giggle, and I'm like, this person going to be calling her, and she told me the next day she had the same thing. I don't know why. I can hear water dripping, right? And I do feel, you're going to sense something. You're going to end up having a bath. When this bath occurs, I'm smelling, the water is, and I don't know if you've got a bath bomb that's blue-green, but I'm seeing a blue-green energy. And I'm feeling it's detoxifying. Now, moving into that time, I'm seeing you to be needing to drink maybe fluid, green tea, herbal things, you know, for flushing energy, because the water and the energy, it's sort of detoxifying you, but I feel you're going to have a few psychic downloads, and I also feel you might get contact around this time. It's kind of that moment where you're like, I don't give a hoot. And you let go, and you're quite okay. You're like, I've got my bath finally. I had to wait. You're looking around, and I feel around this time there could be some communication. Okay. From the person who's not around you. Yeah. Yeah. Divine timing. I'm going to do a video based on that. You guys will laugh. I had a fight with that whole theory of divine timing. If I heard a word, be patient, divine timing, or anything like that, I'm going to sod that. Do I have watermelon scented bath salts? I've got chakra bath salts on the website. You can use... Why do you want to smell like a bloody watermelon? Do you want to get stung by a bee? I used to get told I smelled like green apples. I don't anymore. I smell like henna. They like sweet smells. You're going to get stung. Well, wait, look, why don't you just put the blooming watermelon in the bath with you? But your mum will ask questions. She'll be like, what are you doing? Now, if the bath was cold, you could put a straw in it, and you could, yeah, I could go that. That I could do. Any other questions while I'm misbehaving, and I'll love you and leave you, and I'll have a break, and I'll come back, or I'll get myself in trouble. Now, the straw and the watermelon, yeah. We'll have to make some cocktails, yeah. I'll have to we should make a separate channel just so we can misbehave. And then if I get thrown off that, it's okay. Right, bath bombs. Alky pops. A bright word, so word, yeah. Olsen, you should create a chocolate channel. Anywho, we'll do the water signs next. Got to keep an eye on the time. Yeah, okay, I'm on track. And then I'm going to start after these. I'll do another update after I've done all these. And that will be for the twin flame. And I'll do a moon energy update. And I've got to power through. I haven't even started next month's readings. I've been so slack. I feel like I've been doing pull-ups. But yes, psychologically speaking, air signs, just be gentle with yourself at the moment, because there are retrogrades in each one of your signs, and it can cause a bit of crown chakra energy issue, especially with Neptune next month going retrograde. And that will hit your, for Libra, you guys that will, in the health sector, that will affect Libra. So keep grounded. Don't hold on too rigidly for everything to come through perfectly. Be patient. It'll flow. With Aquarius, again, it will hit. Don't get impatient with family and connections and how it needs to be, especially if you're wanting to conceive or anything to that degree. Be patient, nurture yourself. And with Gemini, well, you guys will be feeling it all the way into next month, and it should ease up, and it's because we do have your health energy in your 6th house is connected to Scorpio. So we had the full moon in Scorpio. So you guys keep grounded. Don't let your psychology get to you, your analytical skills. It can be paranoid energy, and I do feel gut energy. So just balance your gut. That can even be, doing healthy remedies of eating and things to that degree. I'll see you soon. I'll be back. Water signs.